Broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for Atlanta Business Radio. Brought to you by OnPay. Built in Atlanta, OnPay is the top-rated payroll and HR software anywhere. Get 1 month free at onpay.com. Now, here's your host.
Lee Cantor here, another episode of Atlanta Business Radio, and this is going to be a good one. Today we have with us Donald Williams with Williams Accounting Consulting and Suvant Consulting. Welcome, Donald.
Hi, how you doing? Thanks for having me, Lee.
I am doing well, and I'm excited to learn what you're up to. Tell us a little bit about your firm. How you serving folks?
I'm serving folks with helping them with the PPP at Williams Accounting and Consulting, helping them also doing, business taxes. Of course, this is the height of the season for doing individual taxes as well. And we also do accounting services. And also, I am also an owner of another business, is Suvant Consulting as well. And we help, individuals get their own, they have ideas to set up their own business. We'll give them a peace of mind, and we wear the hat for them. And we will take and, help them start up their ventures. We bring their ventures to reality, help them get trucking companies. We've also opened up doctor's offices. So it's just a variety of things and services through business consulting over here to help people.
So now, how did you evolve your business from just the accounting side to this entrepreneurship side?
How? That's pretty cool. That's a good question. Well, doing accounting, a lot of people don't know that you sit down and you consult with your clients and you talk to them about, what they've done throughout the year and things that they should do. And also a lot of clients, when you do individual taxes, they always say, hey, I want to be a boss. And who they're going to contact first? They want to start their own business. They contact their accountant. And with that, I started generating a lot of revenue with spending time on consulting. I was like, hey, this is a good niche. It's a need out there. And I wanted to do it in a, within reason, because there are a lot of firms that want to take a stake in a client's business of their venture or the idea. But here at Suvant Consulting, we just take in, help them with the work within their budgets and help them to bring their dream to reality.
Now, a lot of accountants kind of focus on the tax end of the business, and it's, the client drops off a bunch of papers and then they give them back the tax returns. It sounds like your firm gets more involved in really helping them grow their business.
Yes, we do. And the problem is that with seeing, especially when new clients come on board, what we have noticed is that a lot of accountants just do data entry. They take the stuff and they just data entry. They take the forms and they just put the stuff in, and they don't. And what the clients need when they come to hire a consultant, they need someone to pay attention to them, to nourish them, to also assist them with, making sure they're not forgetting anything. I'm working with a new client now currently that came on board. They bought a building. The last client didn't put the building on. They had other assets and equipments that wasn't, captured on the books. And the reason being is they didn't know to give it to their accountant, but the accountant also didn't ask, did you purchase anything new? So with that, with us, giving a one-on-one service, it's not like you're working with a robot. You're actually working with an individual who actually cares and invested into helping you maximize with your refund, but also get, generate and also get your dream to come true.
Now, in your firm, you mentioned, I think the PPP, is that something that you help your clients with, is get that, through the pandemic, all the stuff that was available to them?
Yes, because a lot of people, but, a good thing is that a lot of my clients, with the second round didn't qualify, but the first round, yes, we were very busy with the first round, because the second round you had to have a loss. So and that was I promise you, that was the most hardening conversation to have with the client, is let them know, hey, you don't meet the requirements. But that's what we have been doing too, and that's been a good part of the business. Well, especially last year, it was really booming. But now that a lot of clients, even though, the pandemic did happen, their business wasn't affected that bad. It was affected a little bit, but it wasn't affected that bad, especially because we have a lot of medical clients. So that part there is just more counseling, letting them understand, yes, there are benefits out there, but they're not benefits that you can benefit from, if that makes pretty much sense with anything.
Sure. Now, an area that you mentioned is this kind of like financing a building, things like that. Do you help your clients get funding if they need loans and things like that?
Of course, we would do an interview. We'll do an analysis on our clients, and we'll look and see which lender we can go out with them. Because the thing is that a lot of clients want guidance. They want help, and they want to grow to the next level, but they need help. They need the guidance. And here at Williams Accounting and Consulting, or if they decide to select to work with Suvant Consulting, that's something we strive off is, and we take pride in, is that we help our clients and we help them to achieve their goals. And we go to work with banks. Some of them are based on their credit, which banks they qualify, and some of them need special financing or need to have a higher interest rate, but we make them aware of it. But also they get to let them know, like, the interest is a tax write-off for you, and here's a stepping stone, and you can refinance it later. I tell people this story all the time. When I was talking one day, I was traveling to go out the country, and I was speaking with this lady, and she was telling me, I was like, oh, wow, you off from work, and it's a Thursday, and you're just in the nail shop. And she was like, yeah, I just own a lot of real estate. And I was like, oh, okay, I know it's tough business to get into. She said, first thing you do is just get the property and figure out how you're going to refinance it later. And that was one of a good advice that she gave me, and I took, and I was like, that's something that I share a lot with my clients.
And when you're working with your clients from that standpoint, you got to really know them and to really understand what their goals are. It sounds like you guys really do a good job of getting to know your clients and don't treat them just like a commodity that, I got a million clients. So you seem to really build a relationship with each and every one of them.
But Lee, honestly, you have to do it. And that's something that we're missing nowadays. And that's why most people are going to TurboTax and a lot of places online, because that's why the competitors are doing it, taking it with the, remote, the internet base, because clients not getting that with their accountant. When they get their tax returns and they're saying, okay, well, hey, nothing else has been written off or nothing has been done, because why? Your accountant hasn't asked you any questions. They take some of the 5 papers that you have and they'll enter it into the system, and that's that. But why not take a look and say, well, okay, hey, you may owe this year, but let's do things that'll prevent you from not owing for next year. Maybe you can, reduce your deductions that you're being taken allowed. Maybe you can purchase a home. Maybe you can start your small-based business to try to grow. Different ideas. Or speak with your financial advisor and start up, get in with a SEP or IRA, contribute more to your 401k. Those things of that nature that can help the clients.
Yeah, and I agree that that's missing. A lot of folks just aren't getting that kind of service from their accountants. It's just that's a lost art almost nowadays.
Yeah, because what they realize, like a lot of accountants do, is they get too comfortable with their clients. Like, oh, that's Betty Ann. Tell Betty Ann I say hi, give her a hug for me, and I'll take care of it. And what Betty Ann does is that, hey, that's John. John, the accountant I've been with for 15 years, and John's going to take care of me. I trust him. But you have to understand that you have to still check up and make sure that John is doing his job. And that's with giving and going the extra mile for your clients. And then when I say go the extra mile, it's like, okay, hey, I need to talk and sit down and take 5 minutes of your time. Of course, I know your file, but I need to ask you some questions or updates. And hey, instead of just sending you this and saying, write a check to the IRS, hey, you may still have to write a check to the IRS, but next time to stop the penalties and interest, how about you take and send estimated payments next time? And so throughout the year, so that'll help reduce the penalties and interest. That'll save you money there. Or if you, like I said, buy a home, buy an investment property. There are things that you can do to prevent you from owing so much, because nowadays when Trump changed the new tax laws, it took away the work from home expenses. It took the job related expenses, took those things away. So now you have to find out what things you can legally do that's available. So if you did work in your apartment and was writing that off and you're unable to, now it's time to get your credit straight if it's not, and try to purchase your home. So the mortgage interest can help you to reduce your taxable liability or potentially get you a bigger refund than what you would potentially get.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the Suvant Consulting. You recently launched this grant. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, the mom grants. So one thing about me, especially from the way where I grew up, I love to give back. And I know that a lot of small businesses, especially with being a single mom, it's kind of hard. And a lot of mothers, and especially like I was telling you, I talk to clients and they'll tell me like, oh, I want to open my business. So I work with my team and I wanted to know how can I give back for Mother's Day? So we wanted to give back to mom entrepreneurs to give them a grant to say, hey, we believe in your idea. We support you. We are behind you 200%. This is doable. And hey, here's a small token to help you get there.
And then, so how does someone apply, or is it too late?
It's too late. We already had a winner. Her name was Kamisha. She won on Mother's Day. We announced the winner on Mother's Day. But we will be, in the future, check out with Savant website. We will be offering more different grants. We're going to do something now coming up for the Father's Day. My team and I, we're going to do something for the fathers that are based, that started their own business. So we're going to be working on something for them for Father's Day.
And
we don't discriminate here. We have to show love to the mothers and the fathers.
And then, what will they do in order to qualify? Is there they have to write something, or do they just put their name in?
Write a little essay, but it'll be something that'll be on the Savant website, savantconsulting.com. My team is working on logistics. Should be up by Monday, so we can have something for where they can go ahead and apply. Just put in the basic information, very short, nothing strenuous, nothing hard. Just something very basic where they can just go and get the information and just tell us about their business, their venture, or their idea. So my team has all the logistics that will be announced this week.
And then for your accounting firm, do you target certain kinds of businesses? Is this for the big enterprise level? Is it for the mom and pop? Like, who is your typical client?
So typical clients are small base clients, right? Small business clients. And the reason being is because after Hurricane Katrina, I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. And after Hurricane Katrina, there were a lot of businesses that couldn't take part in the FEMA and they couldn't get the emergency money. So I wanted to start an accounting firm to help small businesses, let them know that it's okay to have your books in order. It's okay to report all your income. It's okay to write these things off. It's okay to pay your employees payroll versus doing them as a contractor 1099, because these are things that, like the pandemic, a lot of people who own businesses couldn't benefit off the free payroll. So that's why I started Williams Accounting and Consulting, to help small businesses grow. And I like to target small businesses. It doesn't matter your profession. We typically have more medical clients now, but we do public accounting. And we like to target small-based businesses to help them to believe like, hey, I can run an operable business. And guess what? If you have your books in order and file your taxes, you can actually sell this business for between 4 to 8 times the amount you generated. So those are things that I'm going now to educate and try to. So we target, small businesses.
That's a great point for our listeners. It really is worth the investment in an accountant that knows what they're doing to put your books in order so you can exit the company at some point. Otherwise, the person will just be kind of taking your word for it.
That's it. And then when they ask you for it, they'll be like, okay, well, hey, I want to buy this business. And, some businesses, you get in a business, you get burnt out in the business as well as you get burnt out on the job. No one wants to operate the same business for 50 years, but they may pass the business on to someone in the family, or they may even sell the business. And you got to look at it. If you have a profit for 20 years and you then sell that business for 8 times the amount of the revenue, it's a whole win-win with this business venture. And your tax lower on capital gains tax, and you have more additional capital, and you can do whatever you want to. And some businesses with that amount, if you're making, say for instance, you're making $200,000, that's $1.6 million you didn't just sold your business for.
Yeah, that can help you in your retirement.
Yes, because nowadays, especially the way with the housing market, we need to have that retirement money up. It used to can be less, but now you need to have millions just to retire comfortably.
And if you're not planning now, you're going to be in for a surprise.
Behind the 8 ball is what they say.
So if somebody wants to learn more about your practice and get a hold of you, what's the website?
The website for the accounting firm is williamsacct.com. And for Savant Consulting website is consulting.com. And Suvant is spelled SUIVANT consulting.com. And Suvant stands for next in French. So we help you get to the next level.
Good stuff. Well, congratulations on all your success.
Yes, thank you. And also, I wrote a book. It's called Eat What You Kill. It's out on Amazon. If anyone, it talks about business. It takes you to help. I wrote the book to help you with your ideas to turn it into a thriving business. So it has workbook with it as well. So I'm asking you a couple questions to challenge you. And I think it's pretty good. You know, the reason why is because I talk about my experiences, my mistakes, but I also educate you and I also challenge you a bit in the book. So it's a great, quick read.
Good stuff. And they can get that at Amazon or is it on your websites as well?
Yeah, my personal website on DonaldWilliamsJr.com, but you can put in Eat What You Kill. It's going to be this picture with this handsome guy, which is myself, and it's going to be on the front of it, and it's going to be Donald Williams, Eat What You Kill by Donald Williams, and you can pull it up on Amazon, and it'll get to you in 2 days.
All right. Well, thank you again for sharing your story. You're doing important work, and we appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, Lee. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'm so grateful to you and your team. Thank you so much. All
right. This is Lee Cantor. We'll see you next time on Atlanta Business Radio.
Today's episode of Atlanta Business Radio is brought to you by OnPay. Built in Atlanta, OnPay is the top-rated payroll and HR software anywhere. Get 1 month free at onpay.com.